Hi, welcome back guys. This is your friend, the What If Guy, back with another fanfiction. This is the movie of What If Female Issei Was Saved by Devil. Now before starting, please give this video a like, and subscribe to the channel if you want more videos like this. Now let's get into the fanfic. Kyoto Girls Academy, filled with elegant, sometimes rich females. Isabella Hayatu is one of them. And boy, does she look fine. Long, brown luscious tresses that go down to her waist, brown eyes and a bust that seems to be I-cup size. Her two best friends Natsume and Motoko are D-cup size girls and they are somewhat envious of Isabella. Geez, do I have to stare at these knockers all the time now? Natsume groans. She is a girl with long blonde hair that reaches down her back and is tied in a partial ponytail. She is just as pretty as Isabella, but not quite there from the chest. The other girl, Motoko, pushes her glasses up her nose. She has long, dark hair that reaches down her waist, her bangs in Heim cut style. You and me, girl. Boy, Issa-chan works so hard to become a very beautiful young woman. Isabella turns to her best friends with a smile. Well, what's wrong with that? I have to look my best each and every day. Her voice is soft and gentle, fitting for her appearance and personality. Natsume groans. Issa-chan, you do realize you are part American and part Japanese. That's right, Motoko says. As your childhood friends, we know how much you like to look your best. Heck, we even know how kind-hearted you are to almost everyone. You're like a big sister to all. Isabella gives an elegant giggle. Oh, you two flatter me, my dearest childhood friends. Isabella is indeed half American, half Japanese. She is born of an American father and a Japanese mother. Both are lovely parents to Isabella. They raised her well throughout the years and above all, they were very, very sweet to her. And that's the very reason for Isabella's kind-hearted nature. They were the ones that enrolled her to going to Kyoto Girls Academy to be the perfect, elegant young woman. Not that she has done bad stuff to begin with. They just saw to it that this school is very fitting for her to attend and Isabella couldn't be any happier. I'm still jealous, girl. Natsume complains. We drink as much milk as you do, yet we still are D-cup. How the heck do you do it? Isabella giggles. No idea. Just then, other girls start squealing excitedly and gather around two beautiful girls who are walking down the same path as Isabella and her friends. No way. It's Rias Gremory and Akino Heimjima, two of the hottest girls of the whole school. Oh my gosh. They are just breathtaking. Isabella finds herself staring at the two. She completely mesmerized by their appearance. Rias Gremory, the girl with long crimson hair and blue eyes. The other girl, Akino Heimjima, has long dark hair and beautiful violet eyes. No wonder everyone else is so captivated by them. Wow, Isabella breathes. Why are you swooning? Natsume says. You are practically at the same level as them. Yes, but they are still older than me, Isabella says. Even if I talk to them face to face, will they accept me? Of course they will, Motoko says. Why wouldn't they like an uber busty hottie like you? Isabella just gives a sad smile and shakes her head. They have a lot of admirers. I shouldn't really butt in without asking them first. Natsume puts her hands on her hips. You may look pretty, but your confidence needs to be boosted. Even though you look like that, you never even once had a lover. And neither did we, as a matter of fact. You guys know very well that I'm super shy, Isabella says sadly. Yes, I look like that and I am kind-hearted, but honestly if I look at new people in the eye, I get terrified. I freeze up, not knowing what to say or do. Well, you're not wrong, Motoko says. You were like that when you first met us. That took quite a while for you to get used to being friends with us. Isabella nods in agreement. So you see, I am not at the same level as them after all. Wait, Issa-chan. Natsume reaches a hand out, but Isabella is already heading toward the entrance. Poor Issa-chan, Motoko sighs. She hides her shy personality fairly well, but it still shows when she meets new people. I really wish there is something we can do to boost her confidence, Natsume says. Later, Isabella isn't only great in looks and personality, but she also excels in academics and sports. The girls admire her for her wisdom and physical abilities. She aces every answer to the questions, helps people who are struggling with them, and during PE class, she is very athletic. Heck, she broke a few records in some events. Natsume and Motoko admire her for her great abilities. The only weakness she has is social skills. She barely talks to the girls that also admire her so. Like after school today, she is approached by two fangirls. Isabella-sama. One girl says, congrats on beating the new record. Yes, Isabella-sama. Another girl says, stepping closer to the uber busty brunette. Congratulations. Would we ask for an autograph? And just like Isabella told her best friends, the brunette completely freezes up, trembles a little and backs away a few steps. Her face is bright red with embarrassment. Isabella says as she taps her index fingers together. I am not sure if. It's alright, the first girl says. We won't force you. We can always ask you next time, the second girl says. Yes. Isabella gives a weak smile. I will, let you know. Great, thanks again, Isabella-sama. With that, the two girls trot away with the uber busty brunette waving. Isabella lets out a loud sigh and drops down to her stocking-clad knees. This is hopeless. Why am I so nervous around new people all the time? Natsume and Motoko considered helping her boost her confidence earlier. Isabella is glad for them to help out, but even so, she will end up doing the same things over and over again. Is something the matter? A voice says from above. Isabella slowly looks up to see one of the school idols, Ria's Gremory, standing before her. The very shy brunette scrambles to her feet and shakes her head roughly. Really? Rias raises an eyebrow. You look like you have a problem. And no. I don't, Isabella says. So sorry. I have to go. She bows quickly and dashes off before Rias can respond. Just then, her best friend, Akino, walks over next to her. She cups a hand to her cheek. Ara, she says. Who are you talking to? This girl, Rias replies. I heard some people talk about her. Her name is, Isabella-chan. Akino finishes. She seems pretty interesting. Very interesting, Rias says, rubbing her chin in thought. Ara, what are you thinking about? Ms. President. Akino giggles. Later, Isabella sighs as she exits the school. Her two best friends have left earlier than her, so she's on her own. She is still depressed that her shy personality is always getting the best of her, preventing her from dating anybody. She heads toward town and sits on a bench at a local park. The sun is already setting, but she doesn't care. She wishes there is someone she can actually talk to actually ask out on a date. Rias or Akino would have been great choices, but maybe they wouldn't accept her shy personality. Just then, a sweet voice calls out to her. Hey, are you by any chance? Isabella Hayaudu. Isabella looks up to see a beautiful girl with long dark hair and golden eyes. She is wearing a different school uniform. It consists of a brown blazer with a white button shirt underneath, short frilly green skirt and white knee-high socks. Why yes. Isabella freezes up again. This is she. Who are you? The dark-haired girl giggles. Oh, you are so cute when you are nervous. I admire that about you. But why are you here? Isabella says. And how do you know who I am? I see you almost every day walking to and from school, the girl replies. And I couldn't help but admire you. Nice to have a fan. Isabella gives a soft smile. This girl she seems like a very nice person. Well, I came here to ask the girl is nervous herself. She fiddles with her school bag. Are you seeing anybody? Like, do you have a boyfriend or anything? Or better yet, a girlfriend? And no, Isabella replies. Why, I've been watching you for quite some time. The girl steps forward, having determination in her eyes. And I wanted to tell you that I like you. She shuts her eyes tightly as she says the last part. Please, go out with me. Isabella's heart skips a beat as she hears the girl say it. Is this for real? This girl from a different school just confessed to her. Now granted, Isabella has received some love letters, confessing their love, but she politely turned them down. And yet this girl why does she feel like she wants to accept her feelings? She isn't as nervous around her as she expected herself to. Isabella still needs to give her answer. If she desires a girlfriend, then why not take this chance? I will go out with you. The girl brightens and nods happily. Excellent. Oh, I'm so sorry. Where are my manners? My name is Yuma Amano. I will gladly be a great girlfriend. Same to you, Yuma-san, Isabella says. Isabella wants to think everything is a dream. But all of it is real, indeed. She is actually going on a date with Yuma Amano. She will have to tell her best friends about it tomorrow and introduce her to them somehow. She is both excited and nervous about it. One late afternoon, Yuma appears after school today and sees Isabella and her friends walking home. She greets them with a smile and a wave, and Isabella greets back. Wait, you two know each other? Natsume asks. Isabella nods and trots over toward the dark-haired girl. Girls, this is Yuma Amano-san. She became my girlfriend. Nice to meet you both. Yuma bows in respect. Whoa, there is no way. Motoko pushes the glasses up her nose. How in the world would you get a girlfriend this quickly? She confessed to me and I, easily accepted, Isabella replies with a nervous smile. Natsume and Motoko exchange surprised looks as Yuma links arms with her new beloved. It's true, Yuma says. No freaking way. Natsume and Motoko say in unison. So sorry, but we got some plans for our date tomorrow, Isabella says. So sorry, Yuma giggles. As the two girls leave, Motoko and Natsume are still amazed that their best friend managed to find a girlfriend this fast during the beginning of their second semester. We are so jealous. Both of the girls cry out in unison. The day of the date, Isabella waits by the curb in town. She is wearing a brown long-sleeved shirt that exposes her shoulders and half of her eye-cup-sized cleavage. She is also wearing red short shorts and black thigh-high stockings that hide underneath the said short shorts. She is also wearing red high heels on her cute feet. There is a purple beret on her head as well. She feels really nervous, feeling that she might be a little too fancy. But on the other hand, she hopes Yuma likes what she is wearing. And speak of the devil, Yuma appears in front of her. She is wearing a blue dress that reaches down to her thighs, a white frilly shirt over it, and black toeless high heels. Isabella can tell that she wants to be a bit fancy as well. The brunette gives the best smile as she is approached by her new girlfriend. Issa-chan. Yuma greets. Did I make you wait long? And no ... You're fine, Isabella replies with a blush on her face. Oh, goody. Yuma links arms with her girlfriend. Come on. Let's get this date underway. Alright, Isabella says. The date goes very well. In fact, it's better than Isabella anticipated. They go to karaoke together where they mostly sang duets together. Then they go to the movies to watch some romance-themed movie and this shed some tears of the lovely couple. Then after that, they decided to do some clothes shopping, mostly because Yuma insisted. They try on various outfits and Yuma gets excited when she sees some clothing that fits Isabella well, like skimpy summer outfits, competition one-piece swimsuits, and even cute clothing that even Isabella claimed doesn't suit her well. Yuma then treats Isabella to a parfait where she insists on paying for everything. Isabella sits across from her date and boy, Yuma looks absolutely breathtaking up close. Her beautiful eyes and that long, dark hair that goes down her waist. And the way she dresses, too. This is definitely Isabella's first time that she is feeling this way toward another girl. It feels so wonderful. Her heart flutters just looking at Yuma like this. Yuma hums as she looks up at her date. Is something the matter, Issa-chan? And nothing. Isabella waves her arms back and forth. You're just ... so pretty. Yuma giggles. And you look absolutely beautiful yourself. Thank you. Isabella blushes and puts her fists on her lap. Their parfait is served shortly after and this dish is large, fit to have 2 people share. Yuma was the one who ordered it and she beckons her beloved to take a few bites. Isabella obliges and she eats. Yuma does the same and hums happily at the taste. It is then that Yuma gets an idea. She takes a small scoop and holds it out to her beloved with a hand under the spoon. Isabella blushes at the gesture and the dark-haired girl just nods. Isabella opens her mouth and Yuma happily feeds it to her. The shy brunette knows that this is called an indirect kiss. Yuma really wants to be close to Isabella and for her, it's wonderful. Isabella may have a successful love life after all. Later, the sun sets and the lovely couple are sitting by a fountain, holding hands. They are watching the beautiful orange sky with smiles on their faces. Yuma stands up as well as Isabella. What a great day, wasn't it? Yuma asks. Why yes, Isabella replies with a smile. It really was. Yuma approaches her and wraps her arms around Isabella. Say, Issa-chan ... Do you want to know what would make this date so memorable? What is it? Isabella says. I don't know if I'm mentally prepared for it. Yufufu. Yuma leans over closer to whisper in her ear. Would you please die for me? Her voice ... Her pitch is lower than usual. Yay. Isabella pulls away and backs away a few steps. Yuma twirls around, purple lights surrounding her and all her clothing rip off her body. Some new clothing magically appear on her body and she's quite skimpy in it, as a matter of fact. She is now wearing black, strap-like objects around and under her breasts, a thong-like piece held around her hips by 3 thin straps, gloves that ran right up her arms with small lengths of chains hanging from them, shoulder guard-like objects on her shoulders with 3 large spikes sprouting from her right shoulder, and black thigh high heel boots. Black feathered wings spread from her back as well. Isabella cannot believe what she is seeing. This new Yuma is not so ordinary. She summons a spear out of thin air and starts to chuck it at her. Isabella successfully evades it by back-flipping a couple times. She then tries to make a run for it. There's nowhere you can hide from me, the new Yuma says, her voice now low and more menacing. Isabella runs faster, sometimes hopping over benches and fences and keeps on running through town just to avoid this horrible creature. Spears are thrown repeatedly in different directions to stop Isabella in her tracks, but the brunette is too athletic. Isabella thanks her agility for saving her life. The winged being flies high in the air and looks down to see Isabella running toward the other side of town, up toward a hill. A fine opening. She quickly flies down and summons her spear again. She chucks it at Isabella, which hits her back and it sticks out of her chest. Blood spills as Isabella drops to her knees, shocked her new girlfriend is killing her like this. That was fun, being all lovey-dovey with you, the new Yuma says. I would love to say I want to treasure those memories, but ... You are a weakling. So shy and cowardly. You are so easy to trick. Isabella looks back as tears fall from her eyes. The life is draining from her, but all she can think about is how this Yuma has played with her feelings. This cannot be happening. Now, Isabella, the new Yuma says as she summons her spear again. Please die and allow me to take hold of your sacred gear, which is inside of your body. Isabella is confused by that statement. Just what in the world is a sacred gear? She doesn't have time to think because more of her life is draining. She is sad to think this is all over, not getting a chance to accomplish at least one good thing in life. She's dying a slow, painful death. Just then, red crimson flames shoot at the new Yuma, catching her off guard. Isabella musters all of her strength to see who it is. One of the top school idols, Ria's Gremory, appears, having wings of her own, but they are different than the new Yuma's. Damn it, the new Yuma grunts. You had to show up. Yeah, Ria's raises her hand, summoning red flames. And you are going down. Rainier, HMPH, you're too late. The girl, Rainier says. I already killed this girl. I would have loved to grab her sacred gear but ... Nah. She's useless to me. Better luck next time. Hiahaha. Spreading out her wings, she flies away. Rias frowns at Rainer's retreat and then turns to the dying shy girl. She rushes to her aid and gently rests Isabella's head on her lap. Isabella's vision goes blurry, but she can see Ria's face up close. Her heartbeat is slowing down. Her final moments are almost up. But at least the last person she sees is none other than Rias Gremory herself. You will not die this day, Isabella Hayadu, she says quietly. From this day forward you shall live and devote your life to me. Those are the last words Isabella hears before she blacks out. Isabella hears her alarm go off. She groggily starts to reach out, but she feels something squishy. Actually from the front in the back. She gasps as she sees a familiar crimson-haired girl right in front of her. And then she looks back to see a familiar dark-haired, ponytailed girl from behind, who is grinning. Wakey, Aquino says. You sleepyhead. Rias teasingly pinches Isabella's cheek. Issa-chan. Isabella's mother calls out. It's time to wake up. Are you gonna sleep in for the rest of the day? Kaya. Isabella jumps up and the sheets flutter down, revealing the three girls completely naked. Oh, nuo. Gotta put some clothes on. But Aquino dives in, hugging Isabella from behind. Oh, no need to do that just yet. You just recovered from that wound, you know. That's right, Rias says with an index finger held up. After all, we three are bound to each other. What do you mean by that? Isabella asks. Rias gestures toward herself. Both Aquino and I shared some of our power to you and brought you back to life. You were killed by that wicked woman earlier. Don't you remember? Isabella thinks back on when Rainer threw that spear at her. Yes, you're right. I was killed. But you said you two brought me back to life. Correct, Rias replies. Let us introduce ourselves. I am Rias Gremory, the heiress to the Gremory family. And from this day forward, I will be your mistress, Isabella Hayadu. Or would you prefer if I called you Issa? She grins as she tips the uber busty cutie's chin to her level. Aquino hugs Isabella from behind. My name is Aquino Heimjima, sweetie. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Yuffie. Ooh, why yes. Isabella nods. This is way too sudden. Why are there two girls sleeping with her in the first place? Issa-chan. The door suddenly opens and Isabella's mother gasps at the sight of her daughter and two girls hugging her from both sides, their large breasts squished against one another. Mother, it's not what you think. Isabella waves her arms wildly, but Mrs. Hayadu is actually overjoyed. Honey, come quick. She quickly leaves the room to tell her husband the great news. Our darling Issa-chan has become a fine young woman. What do you mean, honey? Mr. Hayadu asks. She's with two naked girls and she's naked herself. Could they be in love? Wow, our daughter being in love with two girls. Oh my God, that's amazing. We will wish her and the girls great happiness. We will give our blessings. Yes, Mrs. Hayadu says. You have our blessing, Issa-chan. Isabella, Aquino and Rias have heard the whole thing from all the way upstairs. Isabella is a blushing mess while Rias chuckles and pets her like a puppy. No need to worry, Rias says. I heard you come from a gentle family. Possibly why you have such a gentle nature. Your parents approve our relationship. Aquino says. That is so sweet. Rias gets off the bed and slowly takes her underwear, first the bra. We should hurry. We'll be late for school. Who? Isabella taps her two index fingers together. Let me get this straight, you two revived me using magic. So who are you two? Let's keep this between us, Rias says as she puts on her panties and then walks over toward the brunette and leans forward. Both of us are devils. Isabella squeaks. Later, the girls at Kyo Academy are gathered around, seeing Isabella with two of the hottest girls in the whole school. Am I seeing things? Isabella-sama with Rias-sama and Aquino-sama. It's like a dream. The three of them are so perfect together. Tell me this isn't a dream. They are just so beautiful. Isabella is in between Rias and Aquino. Rias on her right and Aquino on her left. She cannot believe she is the main attraction along with the two of them. She is glad she's getting the attention, but again, this is way too sudden. Once they enter the school, Rias and Aquino walk ahead of her. We will send an errand girl after school, Rias says. Errand girl? Isabella asks. We'll see you later. Aquino waves to her and Rias nods with a wave of her own. Our Rias-senpai. Isabella reaches a hand out. All of a sudden, Isabella gets shoved forward, making her stumble and then turn around to see her two best friends who look like they are about to cry. All right, Natsume says, pointing a shaky finger at Isabella. You tell us right now what you were doing yesterday. This is absurd. Motoko pushes the glasses up her nose. How do I put it? Isabella taps her two index fingers together. Let's just say, I have seen some wonderful melons. Both Natsume and Motoko are flabbergasted. They cannot believe Isabella was lucky enough to experience the joy of having a beautiful woman by her side. Rias and Aquino head upstairs and look over the railing. They see Isabella and her two best friends goofing around, which makes Rias smile. I gotta wonder, Aquino says. Why bring in such a cutie out of the blue, let alone into your household? Rias' small smile never leaves her and looks down at the railing. Well, let's just say I brought in a little sister. Aquino gives a soft chuckle and turns to face her best friend. Well then, that makes her my little sister as well. Rias chuckles and stares down from the railing, seeing Natsume playfully grope Isabella's cup-sized breasts from behind with the poor brunette helplessly trying to wiggle free. Motoko just stands there, adjusting her glasses, being amused watching this playfulness. After school, Isabella sits idly at her desk, looking out the window. She recalls Rias telling her about an errand girl that is coming for her. She wonders who it could be. Just then, she hears the other girls squealing for joy and turns her head to see a cute girl with long blonde hair that reaches down her waist, big blue eyes, and wearing a revealing French-maid outfit that consists of a black dress that reaches her thighs, white apron over it, black elbow gloves, and black thigh-high stockings with white frills at the edge of the stockings. She is also wearing black high heels on her feet. Whoa, it's Kiba-chan, and she's wearing a maid outfit. She's so cute. I want to hug her. This is amazing. She's like second to Isabella-sama. The blonde maid approaches Isabella. The uber-busty brunette gasps and freezes up. She's seen and heard of Kiba Yumi being the most cutest girl in the school and having C-cup-sized breasts. But she had never interacted with this girl. Until today. Ooh. Isabella is at a loss for words. She is actually talking to the most cutest girl in the school. No need to be so shy, Kiba-chan says. I am here on the behalf of Rias Gremory. Isabella stutters, tapping her index fingers together, nervously. Come on, follow me. Kiba-chan gently takes Isabella's hand and guides her out of the classroom. The girls squeal in delight. Oh, the cutest girl in the school with the most bustiest girl. What a perfect combo. They look like they could be sisters. Heck, yeah, they will get along just fine from the looks of things. Isabella blushes at the compliments the girls are giving out as she follows Kiba-chan. Later, Kiba-chan and Isabella arrive at an old schoolhouse just blocks away from Kyo Academy. Inside, they arrive inside a very professional-looking room. There is a fireplace in the middle of the room, candles and pictures placed on the walls, a large desk placed near the window with green curtains. Isabella looks around in awe. This is so amazing. She thinks to herself, I have never been to a room this fancy. She then turns to the couch and sees a cute girl with short silver hair and golden eyes, eating a chocolate bar. Kiba-chan looks where Isabella is looking and then giggles. Oh, you want to meet Kaneko Taoju? She's part of this club and a first-year student. The petite girl, Kaneko, looks toward Isabella, her face emotionless. Isabella freezes up again and trembles. Not from fear, but embarrassment. Isabella stutters. It's very nice to meet you. Kaneko gives a nod in response and continues eating her chocolate. Kiba-chan chuckles again. You're very, very shy, I can see, the blonde maid says. Isabella jumps and bows in shame. So sorry. I get so nervous when I meet new people. Sure seems that way. Kaneko says. She eyes Isabella's huge breasts that jiggle when the brunette straightens herself up. And, I want to grow those. Isabella then hears some water running. She turns her head to see a transparent curtain just a few feet away from the couches. No way, Isabella thinks. There is actually a shower in this clubroom. She can hear Rias humming a sweet tune as she washes herself. Just then, Aquino walks over to deliver some clothes and gently sets them next to the entrance. President, I brought you your clothes, Aquino says. Thanks, Aquino, Rias replies from the shower. The dark-haired ponytailed girl turns toward Isabella and greets her with a sweet smile. Ara, Aquino struts toward the uber-busty brunette and bows. I'm so glad you could make it, Isabella-chan. I am the vice president of this club. Sure, I will be in your care. Isabella bows in return. Kaneko frowns at the big breasts just jiggling at every movement. How come Isabella is bustier than the Prez and Aquino altogether? Yuffie-fufu. Oh, don't be so jealous, Kaneko-chan, Aquino says, cupping a hand to her cheek. You will grow a pair very soon. How soon will it be? Kaneko asks. So sorry. Isabella bows to the petite short-haired girl. It's not like I asked to grow those or anything. My first impression with a first-year student. She drops down to her black stocking-clad legs, sitting where is a position. I don't know what to do. Kaneko suddenly approaches the uber-busty sweetie and holds out her hand. It's okay. I don't hate you as a person. Isabella thinks. She called me One-san. But why? Come on, Kaneko says. Let's be friends. Isabella has happy tears sting her eyes and reaches her hand to gently grip Kaneko's. Thank you, Kaneko-chan. Rias comes out of the shower, fully clothed and drying off her hair with a towel. Sorry for the wait. She then sees Isabella gripping Kaneko's hand. I see you two have gotten along quite nicely. Kiba-chan and Aquino giggle. Now then, Rias says as she puts the towel aside. Since everyone is here, let's all give Isabella Hayatu a warm welcome. To the Occult Research Club. The girls applaud and Isabella gets to her feet, looking back and forth at the girls smiling at her. The uber-busty sweetie smiles as well and bows to them. Later, Isabella sits down at the couch in front of the big desk as Rias gives her the info about this occult research club. Apparently, this club is just a facade, no more than a hobby. The reality of it is that they are all devils. Isabella was told that Rias and Aquino were devils, but wasn't quite sure if that was true or not. However, what surprises Isabella is that Rias has told her that she has encountered a fallen angel named Rainier. The fallen angels are to serve God as well as regular angels, but those types of angels are manipulative and mean. However, since they are still angels, they also hunt down devils like these girls. So in a sense, both angels and fallen angels have the same goal. The devils here are trying to defend themselves. Rainier, Yuma-san. Isabella clenches her fists. She will never forget how Rainier tried to kill her. She played with her emotions, destroyed her trust. But, I don't understand. I tried to tell my best friends about her earlier, yet they don't remember her at all. She used a magic spell to erase their memories, Rias says. We all have the power to do that. In no way. Isabella gasps. Your parents were an exception though, Rias gives a smile. They were so overjoyed that I didn't need to erase their memories. Oh, that's right, I remember that. Isabella recalls this morning when she, Aquino and Rias were at the breakfast table, chatting. Isabella's parents were so thrilled to have their daughter as a lesbian, they even talked about a three-way marriage. Rias and Aquino just smiled. But then Isabella starts, but Rias cuts her off. Back to Rainier, she says. She was targeting you because she had a mission to fulfill. A mission? Isabella raises an eyebrow. Her mission was to kill you, Rias says. Because you possess something that was a threat to her. That light lance was the one that killed you. Right. Isabella recalls that horrible fate. She also said something about a sacred something. Sacred gear, Rias says. Aquino decides to join in. It's an unusual power that resides in certain humans. Some say the greatest men and women in history possess it. Rias closes her eyes with a smile. Sometimes, they have powers so great, they are a threat to fallen angels and devils. So then you came and saved me. Isabella recalls. Oh my gosh. Correct, Rias says as she stands proudly. Isabella Hayatu, you are reborn as the devil servant of Rias Gremory, daughter and heiress of the Gremory family. She spreads out her bat-like wings. Everyone else does the same. Do you get it now? Aquino says. Wait, you said I may. Isabella gasps as her own bat-like wings pop up from her back. No way, I really am a devil. Now then, Rias slides over some pieces of paper in front of Isabella. You will need to learn some of the basics before we go any further. Yes, sure. Isabella takes the papers and examines them. A contract. I did say I am your mistress, Rias grins. We formed a contract when you woke up after I revived you, but this is a confirmation. To swear your life to me. You don't want anyone going after you like Rainier did, do you not? Isabella looks at the contract and back at Rias. She feels so safe around her, but also a bit scared at the same time. She wants to be protected and also wants to learn how to be stronger so she can fight her own battles. She holds out her hand and Aquino hands her a pen. Isabella immediately signs it. Rias nods in approval and takes the paper. All right, Issa. There is no turning back now. I don't care, Isabella says, her expression full of determination. I died once. I won't make that happen again. I will become the best devil servant. You'll see. She pumps two fists over her very large breasts, having them jiggle at the motion. Rias reaches out her hand and pets her like a puppy. Then welcome to the club, Issa. Kaneko just stares at Isabella's knockers with a deadpan look. Bounce, bounce, hello. Isabella is walking home that night. As a devil, she can see a bit more clearly during the night. She stops to look at the full moon shining brightly. She recalls Rias telling her a few basics of being a devil and all. Summoning magic circles, having contractors, and then having their own servants, whoever and whenever that may be. Isabella herself isn't ready for those types of things just yet since she isn't a mistress type of person. Isabella wasn't cut for transportation either. Since she was pretty new to this, she tried to summon a magic circle for transporting, but it disappeared. Rias only chuckled, assuring her servant that she will get the hang of it soon. For now, she will have to go on foot. Isabella was tasked to deliver some magic circle to a contractor, and she was successful at that, despite being so timid and such. However, Rias has one more task for her. Kaneko was given 2 summoning requests, Rias explains. I want you to handle one of them. Oh, wait a minute, Isabella says. Did you say summoning requests? Aquino giggles, putting a hand to her cheek. We get these every once in a while, but whatever request was given by the client, they summon us devils to do the task for them. And you're all fine with that. Isabella slumps down on her knees. This will be the most difficult. Once and Kaneko walks over and pets the uber busty sweetie on the head. You can do it, Kaneko-chan. Isabella brightens with small tears stinging her eyes. Rias gives a smile and nods. Well, you better get going. You don't want to be late to your client. Isabella jumps to her feet and puts on a determined face. All right, I'll get to it. Grabbing her things, she dashes off. Aquino giggles as she approaches Rias. You have a lot of faith in Isabella-chan, huh? She may be new, but I know she has potential, Rias says. I've seen it with my own eyes. She's like a goddess to every own smart, very athletic and very kind and gentle. Her smile goes soft, a slight blush appears on her face. She's the person who is. President, Kiba-chan says, snapping Rias back into reality. You ahem. The crimson-haired devil clears her throat loudly. She regains her composure and crosses her arms, putting on a dignified expression. Let's just see how Issei does? Okay. Aquino cups a hand to her own cheek. Later, Isabella arrives at the location where the client may be. She lets out a soft sigh. There is no turning back now. She will do this task and then leave. Mustering up her courage, she marches toward the client's door and knocks on it. About a minute later, the door opens and a female otaku, who has long dark hair and glasses and wearing some pajamas, appears. Who's there? I have answered your summons. Isabella stands up straight, trying to look all serious. Go away. The woman shuts the door. Musashi-san. Isabella bangs on the door desperately. I asked for Kaneko. Sorry, but the president wanted me to take on this task. Isabella says, please open up. I'm just new to this and I cannot abandon this job as a devil. The door opens again, making Isabella brighten. The woman, Musashi, lets her in. Looking around the small room, Isabella can tell that she's a magical girl fan. There are mangas, DVDs, and figurines everywhere she looked. Musashi sits down and examines the girl. So you are a devil, huh? She says, let's see what you can do. Isabella taps her index fingers together nervously. What can she do? She doesn't know any powers or abilities that she might possess. What does Kaneko-chan usually do? The otaku grins and whips out a magical girl cosplay outfit. She cosplays and does some cute things for me. You don't really need a devil for that, Isabella deadpans. So what? The female otaku tosses the outfit aside and crosses her arms. I needed a playmate anyways. She then turns toward the uber busty sweetie. So what's your talent? Isabella gets shot with that question again. She herself is a magical girl fan, so she must do something to showcase a little bit of devil power. Phoenix Arrow. She points her finger toward the ceiling, but nothing happens. Musashi raises an eyebrow and Isabella slumps down, disappointed. So sorry. Isabella whines. I was trying to do a pose like the one in Sailor Heroines. Wait, you know that show? Yes. Isabella sits up. I watch it every week. Well then, Musashi grabs some manga and DVDs. Shall we watch a few? I would love to. Isabella says. The two get together, enjoying discussing their favorite show, reading the manga, and overall, having a good time. Later, the fun lasted for a few hours. By that time, Isabella leaves and waves goodbye to her client. Now she can go home and rest after letting Rias know the news. The work of a devil is a bit challenging, but her night with her first client went well. All of a sudden, she feels something strange. Light wind blows and there is a purple glow behind her. She swiftly turns around to see a tall young woman with long blue hair and wearing a red short one-piece dress that shows off her long legs. She is also wearing high heels. What's going on? Isabella backs away. Who are you? My name is Calawarna, the woman says. I have a mission to fulfill. Although she furrows her eyebrows. If I am not mistaken, wait. How are you still alive? She spreads out her dark feathered wings. No way. A fallen angel. Isabella gasps, falling on her behind. She should have killed you already. Calawarna summons a yellow spear from her hand. I will have no more of this. No. Isabella shuts her eyes tightly, but then a red magic circle appears, blocking the attack. Calawarna recognizes the symbol. Wait, that crescent. Don't tell me it's from the Gremory family. You are one of them now. Don't hurt me, please. Isabella cries. Oh, that's it. Calawarna summons another spear. If you're now working for Rias Gremory, I am more than willing to get rid of you the brutal way. Isabella cannot believe it. She's going to die again. And there's nothing she can do to stop her. Wait a minute. Rias mentioned something about some power that was a threat to Rainier. Isabella needs to concentrate and think of what power she can use. There is only one thing she has on her mind. Phoenix power, she says quietly. Yes, that's it. I can think of the Phoenix power one of the Sailor Heroines using and use that to my advantage. Time to die. Calawarna growls as she prepares to chuck another spear. Isabella closes her eyes, trying to focus on building up her power. She can feel it now. The power within her is awakening. She opens her eyes and they turn red. Power of the Phoenix. Isabella spreads her arms as her bat wings appear. Red flames surround her and jumps in the air. She summons a Japanese fan in her hand as she charges at Calawarna. The tall woman gasps in shock as her opponent rushes toward her. With a single strike, Calawarna's clothes completely shatter, rendering her naked. Isabella lands on her feet and swiftly turns around as the flames disappear. Calawarna covers herself with her arms as she eyes the fan. That's the sacred gear, she exclaims. You'll all regret this. With that, the tall woman flies away. Isabella is speechless. She used the power of her sacred gear just from thinking of a powerful thing that comes to mind. And it came to her. She now has the power of the fiery phoenix. Occult Research Club. Congratulations, Rias says as she has her elbows on the desk, chin rested on her back palms. Now that you have possessed the power of the sacred gear, you also have the power to activate and deactivate it as you please. Isabella's fan disappears, which makes the brunette sigh in relief. Thank goodness we have that. That was amazing, Isabella-chan, Aquino says. Thank you very much, Isabella blushes. That does put me in a strange position though, Rias says, having a serious expression on her face. Now that the fallen angels know that you were reborn as a devil and one of us, that makes things much more difficult. Isabella hangs her head low. Why yes, I'm sorry. It was only an accident that you ran into her, Rias says. But remember this, you may have the sacred gear's power, but you mustn't get too carried away. Not with these fallen angels that are more powerful than you. I understand. Isabella nods. I'm going home now. She turns to leave the room. Rias lets out a sigh. Akina walks over and puts a hand on her shoulder. Pretty strict with her, aren't you, Rias-chan? The dark-haired girl says. I have to be, Rias says. She's too cowardly, so I must have her be stronger than that. Like I said earlier, she has potential. She proved it today, but what will come for the future? Yufufu, you know I am as concerned as much as you are, Akino says. But don't worry, Isabella-chan has what it takes. You and I know it. Rias just nods. Next day, dressed in her usual uniform, Isabella is on her way to school. She is sighing. She cannot think about Rias yesterday. How she made her disappointed like that. Is she worthy of being Rias' servant after all? Just then, she hears someone scream from tripping and falling. Isabella rushes over to see who it is. She stops and gasps to see a very cute nun with long blonde hair and emerald eyes. Her nun uniform is fairly short as she must have tripped and fell on her face, her skirt pushed up a little to show off her lovely legs. She is wearing brown knee-high boots on her feet and there is a white cloth over her head. She small blonde whines as she slowly sits up, tears stinging her eyes. I'm so clumsy, she cries. Her voice is soft, but high-pitched and cute at the same time. Why do I have to trip on a day like this? Are you okay? Isabella reaches out her hand with a concerned expression on her face. The cute blonde looks up at the brunette and she reaches out her hand to gently grip it. Why yes, I'm fine. So sorry for disturbing you for whatever you're doing. And no, it's fine, Isabella says. I wanted to help you out. The cute blonde adjusts her cloak on her head and then her long dress. Well then, if you're not busy, I actually need help with something. What is it? Isabella asks. I want you to walk with me to the church, the girl says excitedly. Isabella thinks for a moment. She doesn't have to do anything for the next couple hours, so she nods with a smile. All right, Isabella says. Oh, my name is Isabella Hayaudu, and my name is Asia Argento, the blonde says. Nice to meet you, Isabella-san. Isabella can feel her heart racing. This sweet girl Isabella doesn't feel very nervous around her as she does with other new people. She has finally made a real friend. Let's be sisters. Isabella and Asia are on their way to the church. The brunette looks at the cute blonde, who is smiling at her while walking along. She's so small, yet so happy. She's definitely the girl that Isabella is going to call a friend. Asia looks at Isabella's jiggling breasts as she walks, her face beet red from staring at them so much. Isabella tilts her head in a confused way, making Asia turn away. Yes, sorry. The cute blonde squeaks. And no, it's fine. Isabella waves her hands while her face is beet red as well. I get stared at a lot, too. Well then. The two keep on walking when they hear a little girl cry from a distance. Asia turns around and runs toward where the sound is coming from, followed by Isabella. It is then that they see the little girl with a scraped knee and she is crying in pain. Asia gives a gentle smile, kneels down to her level and pats her on the head. SHHH, it's okay, Asia says softly, her cute voice soothing the small girl. Let me help make it all better. She waves her hand over the wound and it glows green. Isabella and the little girl look in surprise as the wound closes up. In a matter of seconds, the wound is all healed up. The little girl hops to her feet and starts jumping on one foot to see if it feels better. It has. The little girl says and hugs the little nun. Thank you so much. It's no problem. Asia hugs the little girl back and then pulls away, patting her shoulder. You run along now. The girl nods and runs off. Isabella can feel a strange feeling in her head, but doesn't know what it is. She gently clutches it as Asia turns to her. Sorry you had to see that, Asia says. I've had this power for as long as I can remember. Granted by God. And no, I think it's an amazing power, Isabella says excitedly. Asia chuckles, putting a hand to her mouth. Glad you think so. Now then, where were we? She stands up and walks a couple steps forward. Oh, the church. It's not too far away. See, over there. She points to the large building that looks to be the place. Let's go. However, Isabella is starting to feel something isn't right. That strange feeling again. Will she really accompany an absolute angel like Asia to a church when she's now a devil? It finally hits her. On second thought, I have a lot of stuff to do, the brunette says. I'm so sorry. I cannot keep my promise. It's okay. Next time. Then Asia smiles and then heads over to the church. Yeah. Next time. Isabella gives a thumbs up and the two go their separate ways. The brunette wants to give herself a pat on the back. She's finally made a true friend. However, another part of her feels that it isn't right. Later, after telling Rias the news at the school, the redhead crosses her arms under her large bosom, having it stand out from the sunset shining from the window next to the stairs they are standing on. Do not go near the church again, she says with a serious face. It's a hostile territory toward us devils. You should know about angels and devils being enemies. Then that feeling I got from was. Isabella starts. Rias nods, turning toward her with her large breasts jiggling a little. Your demonic instincts is probably sensing you were near that girl. Staying around her in the church is asking for death. You don't want some exorcists running around with their sacred gears. Isabella then realizes it when she hears those words. Does that mean Asia was using Issa, Riaz interrupts her thoughts. Next lesson of Devil's life. An exorcist can rid demons like us into nothing. You'll be nothing. You'll vanish like you don't even exist anymore. Is that clear? Why yes, President, Isabella says. Riaz nods and walks down the stairs to pat her on the back. She closes her eyes. Sorry if I sounded upset. I don't want this to happen to you again. It's the very reason why I revived you in the first place. I understand, Isabella says softly. Riaz leans in and kisses her servant on the forehead. She then leaves, having Isabella stand there, a fist to her chest. Even though she is told not to go near Asia again, her race still cannot determine their friendship. Asia doesn't know that yet. She doesn't have to find out. All she wants is to be close to her. She will go visit Asia tomorrow and hopefully hang out with her for most of the day before going back to the club. Next day, since there was no way to contact Asia, the best thing she could do is go to the church the cute blonde was telling her about. Isabella may be disobeying orders, but her heart cannot get over the thought of abandoning a real friend. Once she arrives, she heads to the chapel where Isabella thinks the blonde could be. After opening one of the double doors, she peeks inside and sees that Asia is not present. Thinking she will search for her tomorrow, she closes the door and turns around. She jumps at the sight of Asia so close to her as she is about to enter the chapel. Ike, both girls squeak, backing away. Asia, Isabella takes a couple deep breaths. So glad you're here. I was, looking for you, too, the cute blonde says. What for? Isabella tilts her head in confusion. Oh, well this is. Asia taps her index fingers together. I'm just on break from work so if you'd like. Would you like to hang out with me? Asia shuts her eyes tightly, squeaking out her offer. Isabella is surprised that Asia would ask this. I just wanted to have some fun, that's all, Asia says. Especially since you and I just met. Isabella brightens and hugs the small blonde. I wanted to hang out, too. I was thinking the exact same thing. Oh, this is going to be glorious. Let's hang out. Yes. Why you're squishing me? Asia flails her arms wildly. Isabella notices this and quickly lets go. So sorry. I just don't know my own strength. Asia catches her breath and gives a weak smile. It's it's all right. Now then, where shall we go? Later, Isabella and Asia enter a restaurant and order some burgers and fries for the both of them. The cute blonde looks around nervously as Isabella can tell it's the smaller girl's first time at a restaurant. The brunette lets out a soft giggle, making Asia blush in embarrassment. What is so funny? The blonde asks. You're just too cute, Asia, Isabella says. Come on it's embarrassing. Asia says. Isabella cannot help herself. Hanging out with a cute girl like her. Who cares if she's an exorcist? She doesn't look the type of person that would kill a devil. She still doesn't know Isabella is one of them, yet. And she hopes it would stay that way. When the food arrives, Asia stares at the burger with wide eyes and she almost drools at how tasty it looks. Is this a real burger? Asia asks. Why yes, it's real, Isabella says. You haven't had these before. No, never, Asia says. But it looks so good. Then I really bite into it. She takes the burger and opens her mouth wide. She eats it and chews slowly. Her eyes widen at the sweet taste and hums happily. So juicy. Whoa, this is the best thing I've ever tasted. She takes another bite. Isabella smiles and eats her own burger. She is happy that the small blonde is enjoying her meal. She eats one of the French fries and hums at the taste as well. So salty, but so tender as well, Asia says. Isabella giggles as she continues eating. Both of the girls enjoy their meals until their plates are empty. Isabella pays the check and the two of them exit the restaurant. That was so good. Asia cheers. I want to do this again next time. I'm very glad to hear it, Isabella says. Is there anywhere else you want to go? You decide. Asia says. Maybe there would a place that would pique my interest. All right, I know some places we can go. Isabella takes Asia's hand, making the blonde blush. Wait. You're holding my hand. Asia says. I just don't want to let you go. Isabella blushes as well. That makes sense, Asia says with a nod. Let's get going. Sure, later. Isabella and Asia arrive at an arcade as the brunette suggested. Since Asia is inexperienced, Isabella shows her some easy games to play. Whack-a-mole, water gun shooting and shooting some baskets. Though Isabella won the basketball game, Asia won the water shooting game. Then, Asia watches Isabella do some dance revolution. The cute blonde looks in awe on how Isabella is moving. She's so flexible and athletic, it seems. Asia admires it about the brunette. Then, when they are looking around for more games to play, Asia notices a crane game with some stuffed animals. The cute blonde tugs on Isabella's sleeve and points to the crane game. The brunette nods and offers to give it a try. Asia just watches in anticipation. After about a few tries, Isabella finally gets a teddy bear and gives it to Asia. The cute blonde hugs it happily. She will treasure it as a token of their friendship, which makes Isabella super happy. Both of the girls share some giggles as they play a few more games before going to the counter to count their tickets and claim their prizes. Later, the two arrive at the fountain to get some rest. No one is around at this time, so they can talk amongst themselves as much as they like. Isabella looks over toward Asia, who is cuddling her teddy happily, which she thinks is adorable. Say, Isabella-san, Asia breaks the silence. Yes, the brunette turns to the smaller girl. I had fun today, Asia says. Did you? Oh, yes, I did, Isabella says. Why do you ask? It's just that. I never had this much fun in quite a long time. Asia clutches the bear close to her chest, her expression saddening. What do you mean? Isabella asks. I never had real parents. Asia says. Well, I did, but they just left me at the door of the church a long time ago when I was born. A very kind and gentle sister, Hinata-san, took care of me and raised me. She was like the best mother to me in the whole world. I cannot tell you how happy I was being with her. How I got my healing power was a mystery to me. One day, I came across an injured dog. I prayed so hard so that it would be okay as the days go by, not wanting it to suffer. And it was like a miracle. My prayer worked or so I thought. It was actually me healing it back to full health. The sister was impressed and had me work with her at the church. I healed so many people and they thanked me for it. Isabella looks at Asia as her expression saddens even more. Then, one day, I came to heal a young woman, Asia says. I thought I helped her, did a good deed like I always did. But she turned out to be a devil. Once the word spread, everyone blamed me and Sister Hinata for it. She tried to protect me, but I in the end. She shuts her eyes tightly, not wanting to finish. Isabella cups a hand to her mouth, knowing exactly what could have happened to that kind and gentle sister. In her dying words, Asia says, she told me to keep on living the way I wanted to. Keep healing those that are suffering. Keep believing in God. Everything. She left the whole church to me after she passed away. She was the only family I had. Asia looked like she was about to cry. Having her telling this heartbreaking story has made Isabella's own heart ache. She puts on a serious face and then plunges forward, hugging the little one tightly, making the blonde let go of the teddy. Isabella. Sin. Asia's eyes widen. I'm so sorry you had to go through that, Isabella says. I had no idea. You must have been having it rough throughout your life all on your own. It was, Asia replies softly. Then let's make a deal. Isabella pulls away and then takes Asia's hands in her own. From now on. You are family to me. I will become your big sister. I may not be able to replace your own, but I'm sure I will be a great family member to you. Let's become sisters. Asia. Isabella. Sin. Tears sting the blonde's eyes. You're too kind. Thank you. She cups her hands to the brunette's cheeks. Okay, let's become sisters then. I'm sure you'll be the best sister to me, although you already have been since the beginning. Yes, I have been, Isabella says. It's a deal, then, my dear little sister, Asia. Oh, Isabella, one-sama. Asia swoons. Isabella smiles and pets the little blonde girl. She is glad to hang out with Asia for most of the day. Her being a devil and Asia being an exorcist doesn't matter to her. Their friendship is what really matters. Come on, Isabella says. I'll take you to my home for a little while until I can sort things out with my friends. What do you mean? Asia asks. Can't your friends accept me like you accepted me? It's a little complicated, but Isabella starts, but she hears a familiar, evil female voice coming from her left. Oh, no one is going anywhere. A certain scantily clad dark-haired girl stands before them with a sly grin. Isabella hops to her feet and holds out a hand behind her. You again, Rainer. So we meet again, Isabella. Rainer says. I heard you've been revived. Despite your powers of the devil, you are still a weakling like you were when you died. Hey. Wait. Devil. Asia looks toward the brunette. This little girl didn't know. Rainer cackles. What a loser. Isabella, you surely cannot keep it a secret forever. Isabella bites her lip, clenching her fist. Asia balls her fist to her humble chest, taking a step closer. Is it Is it true? Isabella one-sama. Asia says. Are you really a devil? Isabella is in a pinch. Rias and Aquino are on both sides of her, tugging on her arms with smiles on their faces. Although, Aquino has that seductive look on her face. What to do, Issa-chan? The dark-haired girl says. Both of us want to have you, but it's not really fair if you don't decide which one. She's right, Rias says. Which do you prefer? The extremely shy brunette is sweating and blushing. These two beautiful girls are so close to her, she can barely speak. I know how to settle things, Aquino says. Rias-chan, how about we do some role plays and see which one of us she chooses? Great idea, Rias says, but she puts a finger to her chin. Well, what sort of role play can I do though? Oh, I know. She hops off the couch and spins around, her clothes changing instantly. When she stops spinning, she dons a black office lady outfit that consists of a black button shirt, exposing half of her breast, short black pencil skirt, black thigh-high stockings, and black high heels. She is also wearing glasses. Issa, I am your private tutor. If you get at least top 3, I'll reward you in a special way. She puts her arm around Isabella, making the brunette blush heavily. She trembles and sweats. She is still unable to speak. Oh, is that your game? Aquino says as she hops off the couch as well. She spins around to change her own clothing. When she stops, she dons a sexy Playboy bunny suit that consists of a black leotard, fishnet stockings, black pantyhose, and of course, a bunny ear headband on her head. How about throwing some money at me so I can perform a private dance for you? Isabella is still red in the face. Rias growls and tugs on Isabella's arm. Hold it. I'm the tutor and I'm wearing what will motivate my best student. Hey, Issei. If you get 100 on your score, she unbuttons her shirt to fully expose her large breasts. I will let you touch these to your heart's content. Pretty sure that's too easy, Akino says. Issei-chan, come here. Just watch me dance the night away, and if you'd like, you can join me and we can be very close. Isabella's head starts to spin. Both of them are looking super sexy right now. And they are doing this because why? What do you think, Issei? Ria says as she lies on the couch, spreading her legs and showing off her thick stocking-clad legs. Do you like my roleplay better? Teachers are the best thing, aren't they? Bunny girls are way more fun. Akino argues. You have no idea how to attract customers by dancing. I can dance too, Riaz argues. Issei divided by Chan. Both of the beautiful girls turn toward the trembling brunette. Isabella has to say something, or else she will faint before deciding. Ara Akino cups a hand to her cheek. What have we done, Riaz-chan? We kind of made this more difficult for her than we thought, Riaz deadpans. If you wouldn't mind. Isabella balls her fists under her chin. Beauty like both of you. Hey, Riaz and Akino exclaim. There, I finally said it. Good night. Isabella finally faints. Riaz and Akino exchange looks. Akino just giggles elegantly. Now you don't have to worry about anything, Riaz-chan. Akino has the brunette lay on her fishnet stocking-clad lap. You were so insecure earlier. It was your idea from the start. Riaz points a finger at her best friend. So, it still helps that we heard Issei-chan's opinion, Akino says. Can we call it a truce and just accept it? Riaz looks down at the sleeping Isabella. She just shrugs with a smile and pets her servant. I guess that won't be a bad idea. Akino giggles and looks down at the sleeping Isabella as well. Are you a devil? Asia asks as she trembles. Isabella bites her lip, clenching her fist. I am. Why? Asia is shocked to hear such a thing. Why did I befriend a devil? It will be just like before. I'll be called a traitor. I'll be nothing but the bad guy. Though you're not, Isabella shouts. You're just a person, like me. Despite who you are, I will still be your friend. I will stand by it until the very end. One-sama. Tears sting Asia's eyes. Hiahaha. Rainer cackles. What a lovely speech. Too bad you won't live long enough to achieve that goal. She holds out her hand and summons a purple spear. What is that? Isabella says. Oh, this little thing. Rainer says. It's to penetrate devils like you ... and kill you just like I did before. No ... way ... Isabella backs away a step, but she clenches her fist. Wait, I have powers now. I can fight back. Haha, Rainer chuckles. I doubt you will defeat a being like me, the fallen angel. Do you really think you can take me down? We'll find out soon enough. Isabella closes her eyes and summons 2 red fans. She goes into battle position, one fan over her head and the other at her waist. One-sama. Asia cries. Don't do it. Isabella grits her teeth. She then charges at Rainer, clashing her fans with the fallen angel's spear. They clash back and forth. Isabella ducks from the swing of the spear and rolls to her feet. Rainer lets out a battle cry as she thrusts her spear forward, but Isabella hops away to evade and raises her arms to hit Rainer with her fans. Rainer smirks and spins around to evade the downward swing. She gets to her feet and blocks Isabella's attacks. The brunette swings wildly, trying to get a hit on Rainer, but she is failing miserably. She's athletic, but that doesn't mean she can fight well. Rainer blocks the next attack, shoves Isabella backward and strikes her with her spear. Back and forth and then upward to make Isabella stumble back. Rainer then makes the spear glow brighter and she makes an upward, diagonal slash, purple light trailing after and hits Isabella hard. The brunette screams in pain as part of her uniform tears to shreds. Her sleeves, part of her skirt and the waist, and she falls to the ground, severely injured. You're not as a formidable opponent ... as I thought. Rainer smirks. One-sama. Asia crawls toward the brunette. One-sama, hang in there. Asia ... run ... Isabella says weakly. I'm not leaving you. She holds out her hands and closes her eyes. Green light appears on Isabella's body and her wounds close up quickly. You're my one-sama. You're family to me. I'm not going to lose her again. Interesting, Rainer says. You'll have a sacred gear yourself. Twilight healing, was it? I've heard so much about it. Yeah, what of it? Asia says. Instead of having Isabella's power, I shall have yours instead. Rainer holds out her hand. Come with me so we can have some fun. No way. Isabella jumps in front of Asia, completely healed. You gotta go through me first. To CH. You never learn when to give up, do you? Rainer frowns and puts a hand on your hip. Your powers are weak. You have not learned to harness your magic. Your death will be swift. I'm not as weak as you think, girl. Isabella shoots back. Just you watch. She closes her eyes and spreads out her arms. Power ... of the phoenix. Flames surround the brunette and they transfer to her fans. What the? Rainer's eyes widen. H-I-Y-A-H-H-H. Isabella bellows as she swings her fans upward, shooting fiery arcs at the fallen angel. They successfully hit her and send her flying in the air. She falls to the ground hard, making a bit of a crater as a result. It's on now, Isabella says, feeling that she has succeeded on making her first hit. Yeah. Rainer gets to her feet. You're more powerful than I expected. Isabella keeps on charging, but Rainer flaps her wings and jumps in the air. She summons at least 5 spears out of thin air and points her finger. They shoot at Isabella, stopping her in her tracks and send her flying toward the fountain, breaking the statue and having her fall into the water. Tee-heva-heh. Rainer cackles. Occult Research Club. She's late, Rhea says as she impatiently sits at her desk, arms crossed under her bosom. What could she be up to? Maybe she lost track of time. Aquino says. Even a fool like her wouldn't be that stupid, Rhea says. I really hope she's not doing what I think she's doing. Kiba-chan gives an assuring smile. She may have her reasons, though. Even so, it's not like her to do this, Rhea says. Aquino gives a nervous smile. Well, what do we do? Hannah. I say just leave her be, Rhea says. If she knows she disobeyed me, she will have to learn from it. When she gets here, I'll give her a lecture. Sounds fair, Aquino says. One-san. Kaneko mutters as she has her back against the couch. Meanwhile, Rainer charges and tries to attack Isabella, but she jumps out of the water and opens up her fans. She tries blocking Rainer's attacks, but they get pushed back, leaving her open and then getting hit shortly after. Before Rainer can get another hit, Isabella blocks it and tries to push her back. You will die today, Rainer growls. That I promise you. The fallen angel slashes Isabella hard. Asia watches in horror, seeing her older sister figure getting beaten to a pulp. Rainer gives another upward, diagonal slash, hitting Isabella and sending her flying. She screams in pain and falls to the ground, severely injured once again. One-sama, Asia cries and rushes to the brunette. Don't worry, I'll do it again. Don't bother, Rainer says. No matter how many times you do it, I'll still injure her. If you want her to live, come with me. No, Asia spreads her arms and stands in front of Isabella. I will stay here with One-sama. Stubborn girl, aren't you? Rainer says. Do you really want Isabella to die again? After all, she's the one you call One-sama, am I right? You don't want to lose the one closest to you like before, right? Asia bites her lip. Rainer knows about Asia's past and she's using it against her. What choice does she have? She wants Isabella to live, but on the other hand, she doesn't want to work for Rainer either. Take me, Asia mutters. Isabella's eyes widen. Asia, what are you saying? I knew you'd see it my way. Rainer gets rid of her spear and takes Asia's hand. Come, my darling. It's time to prepare for our ritual. She summons a purple magic circle. Asia turns back to Isabella with a sad smile. Forgive me, Isabella One-sama, she says softly. Isabella struggles to her feet, holding her hand out. Nuo, but the Rainer and Asia disappear within the circle while the fallen angel laughs evilly. And soon they are gone. Isabella shakes and drops to her knees and then her hands. She looks down at the ground, her long tresses falling over her shoulders. Asia my friend, she says, tears stinging her eyes. Why? She has done her best to fight, but at what cost? She lost the battle and her friend. She will never be able to forgive herself. And what's worse, she will have to deliver the news to Rias and prepare for what's to come next. Occult Research Club. Smack. A slap to the face is heard throughout the room. Everyone else falls silent as they just stand and watch. Isabella's cheek is red from the slap, yet the brunette just takes it as she deserves that hit. Ria sighs and puts her hand on her hip. Sorry for hitting you, but you need to learn discipline. I warned you about that girl and you disobeyed me. It's best to leave her alone. Why would you say that? Isabella says. Didn't I tell you? She's an exorcist, Ria says. Exorcist or not, she's still a person. Isabella says. I have become her friend. Her one and only friend. I can't just leave her like that. That's your problem, Ria says. Fine, I'll go rescue her myself, Isabella says as she turns her back toward the president, her beautiful tresses fluttering. While I do that, I don't mind being kicked out of the club. Or terminating our contract. I'll go save Asia even if it kills me. Are you really that stupid? Ria says. Do you think I'd go as far as that? You disobeyed me, yes, but that doesn't mean you're leaving us. You're needed here. Isabella turns to Rias. President, please, I apologize for disobeying you, but Asia is not who you think she is. She's a girl with a terrible past. I will never forgive myself if anything happens to her. Rias turns to Aquino, who just smiles. Kiba-chan and Kaneko join in. Listen, you cannot take down the fallen angel yourself, Rias says. Aquino and I will go investigate. Wait, what do I do then? Isabella asks. That's up to you, Rias says as she summons a magic circle. If you are so eager to rescue your dear friend, then you must go. Aquino and I will investigate the matter while you do that. In a flash, they disappear within the circle and the flash fades. Isabella looks down at the ground. Kiba-chan walks over to the brunette and puts a hand on her shoulder. The president cares deeply about you, the blonde says. She may not show it sometimes, but I can see the way she treats you. Do you really think so? Isabella says softly. She looks up to see Kaneko standing in front of her, holding out her hand. One-sen, you can do it, she says. Isabella looks at both Kiba-chan and Kaneko and smiles a small smile. Thanks, you too. The brunette takes both of their hands. Now then, let's all go save Asia, Kiba-chan says. Meanwhile, Lord, a petite blonde girl dressed in a gothic Lolita outfit whines as she sits on top of a branch of a tall tree. Why do we have to stand guard in case intruders interrupt the ritual? Patience, Middle, Calawarna says. Lady Rainier ordered us to do this. If we do this right, we will get an awesome reward. Oh, kind like the reward where we lie in bed and Middle begins yet Calawarna bonks her on the head. Oh, what was that for? Privacy? Okay. Calawarna can feel a vein pop in her head. Now's not the time to be simping for our Lady Rainier. Oh, you said our. You love Lady Rainier, too, don't you? Middle teases. Shut it. Calawarna snaps. Just then ... they hear some footsteps coming toward them. The two fallen angels hop down toward the ground to see Aquino and Rias walking along the path. So you two decide to show up, Calawarna says. I thought there would be more of you, Middle says. I'm fine with that, Rias says. We are here just so we can get information out of you. If you don't, Aquino holds out her palm and a ball of lightning appears. Let's just say we will teach you two a very hard lesson. And it's going to be a very shocking one. Yeah, Calawarna says. You want to know about Lady Rainier's plan? She's busy with some sort of ritual right now. What sort of ritual? Rias asks. Middle grins evilly. The sort of ritual that has to do with sacred gear. Rias furrows her eyebrows. Meanwhile, Isabella, Kiba-chan and Kaneko run through the forest. It's dark outside. Isabella can see the large clock from the church up ahead. She gives a nod and goes faster and faster. Just then, magic vines start to rise up and try to catch the three girls. They jump, duck and dodge the tangling vines until Isabella jumps through a small opening and the vines create a wall separating the girls. Kiba-chan and Kaneko turn around to see an army of female fallen angels. The blonde girl turns toward the vine wall. You go, Kiba-chan says. We will handle them. All right. Isabella nods and keeps on running along the path toward the church. Please be all right. Isabella thinks. Please be all right. I'm coming for you. Don't worry. She gets out of the forest and the church is in plain view. She pants a little, seeing the two double doors and then dashes toward them. She slams them open and she is greeted by Rainier and an unpleasant sight that makes Isabella drop to her knees. Asia is chained to a cross, dressed in a plain white gown. Oh, Rainier says, an unexpected guest to our ritual. Sorry to say, but you are too late. Aye, Asia, Isabella cries. The smaller blonde's eyes flutter open and she weakly turns her head to see her big sister figure. Oh, Soma ... Hang in there, Asia. Isabella gets to her feet and rushes toward the cross. However, a spear lands in front of her, making her fall on her behind. It won't matter, Rainier says. The ritual is almost complete. What are you doing to her? Isabella shouts. What is it that you want? You're so desperate, Rainier says. I'll tell you everything. Meanwhile, so what you are saying is, Rias says, there's an ultimate goal that the fallen angels, and that is the sacred gear. Aquino adds. Correct, Calawarna says. Mostly this priestess sacred gear. It contains incredible power. If we were to obtain it, meaning Lady Rainier, she will be the most powerful being on Earth. So that's what the ritual is all about, Aquino says. So what would happen to that girl would be, back at the church, dead. Isabella's eyes widen in horror. No ... it can't be. Oh, I'm afraid so, dear Issa-chan, Rainier says. Sacred gear is a part of you. Your soul basically. So if that sacred gear is removed ... you know the rest. You can't do this to her. Isabella gets to her feet. She has a life with a terrible past. Her death will be for nothing. Do you think I really care? Rainier says. She holds out her hand in front of the weakened Asia. I have a life to live, too. And that is being the most powerful fallen angel in the universe. And everyone ... will bow to me. A green glow appears on the cross, as well as Asia's chest. Asia screams in agony as the glowing gets brighter. NOOO. Isabella reaches out her hand, watching in horror as Asia's life gets drained, so slowly and painfully. A green orb comes out of Asia's chest. Rainier grins devilishly as she reaches both hands out, beckoning the orb to come to her. At last she says, "It's mine. Twilight healing." Heh. The glowing stops and Asia goes limp, her hand hung low. Rainier absorbs the green orb into her own body. Her body glows green as a result and then it fades after a few seconds. Isabella is crying now. She just witnessed someone die in front of her. Now what are you going to do? Rainier says, "As long as I have the sacred gear, no one can stop me. I am ... your doomsday." Okay, sadly the chapter is over. And if you enjoyed, just leave a like and subscribe with post notification. So when the next chapter is ready, you will be notified. Okay, see you in the next video. Bye.